Oh, thumbs up. But I'm not nervous. Let's talk about let's talk about now. You guys, the Gregg Allman Band sounds fantastic.
Thank you, thank you.
And you don't want to ask this because a lot of people will, you know, they'll write things and they'll say, Gregg Allman's music is, Gregg Allman's music is this, Gregg Allman's music is that. How do you describe it?
I don't really. But everybody has to have a name on music, you know. I mean, Southern rock, I guess because it was rock and we were from the South. I'm not sure how many, but some of those Southern rock bands have Yankees in their band. How about that? Barry Oakley was from Chicago, Illinois, I want you to know.
But I mean, it has that bluesy kind of like, I don't know, it always seemed like there was a few bands in that class, like Eric Clapton, the Allman Brothers Band, not Gregg Allman Band. It always seemed like it's more bluesy rock.
Well, I was one of the Allman Brothers who, and my brother too, we always played like rhythm and blues, and he was really into like Delta blues, you know, like Robert Johnson, just Elmore James and Muddy Waters, people like that, and guitar-wise, he was like into B.B. King, which is Chicago blues. And I was really into Texas blues, which is like Bobby Bland and Little Milton Campbell and people like that. And the country part of it, just, well, in my opinion, rock and roll is, there's three kinds of music that America has, and that's blues, country music, and rock and roll. There's no such thing as British blues, make that very clear. There is, some of those British guys really play very well, especially Mr. Clapton and Mr. Winwood. But in my opinion, rock and roll is made up of blues and maybe a taste of country, you know. When Jerry Lee Lewis and Chuck Berry and Presley, you know. Presley had a certain amount of country, you know. Anyway, Dickey Betts wrote some really good, really great country-flavored rock and roll songs. I mean, he wrote some incredible songs, still is. He's working on an album right now, a solo album, that is just the best he's ever done. I mean, it's, when it comes out, I will go and buy it, for sure.
Can I ask you a question here?
Sure.
How come you didn't bring Dickey Betts back in?
What do you mean?
How come
He's not in the Gregg Allman Band?
Yeah.
Well, that would be the Allman Brothers Band.
Well, but I mean, change the name.
Well, it's not a question of that. It's just that, you know, I like different kinds of music, you know, and since the brothers were taking a break, you know, I like to play. I love to play. And two other times while the Allman Brothers were together, I went on my own solo tour. Once in '74 and once in '75, and it was very successful. And so now I'm doing it again, and we plan on cutting an album, hopefully to have maybe a January or February release. It's not for sure, but that's what we'd like to aim for. And we have a lot of it written. And the reason you won't hear it tonight is because of the piracy situation, which is really out of hand.
Is this where you're going to stay, with the Gregg Allman Band, or?
Not necessarily. No. I mean, it came together it wasn't something that was, it sort of happened to come together. And then, well, last spring, I had a gallbladder operation. While I was in the hospital, I decided to really get serious about it. And so we've been playing all through the summer, like at real large nightclubs. You know, they're building some big clubs now because these arenas just doesn't seem like very many people are making any kind of money, because you go into an arena or a ballpark or whatever, and you have 4, 5, 6 acts. I mean, the ticket's going to cost you anywhere from $12 to $20. And people just don't have that kind of money nowadays. And so we've been playing these large clubs, and it's a lot better because you feel a lot more closeness, you know, with the audience. And it's not like you're 100 yards away from the front row, you know, or 80 feet high in those huge stages. When you play those big arenas, you just feel like you're on display, like you're an old Rolls Royce sitting up on some huge stage or something. So consequently, you play for each other. I mean, well, you do that anyway, but I mean, that's all you got is playing for each other. And in these clubs, I mean, you're right down there, you know, where they can smell you, you know.